Hey riders, guess what? Inside Cycling World, Colin here. For the first time ever, we've got some video. Check this out. So I've spent the whole day, you know me, I get up pretty early. I think I made it till about 4:30 this morning. It's now 11:26 in the morning and I've got this baby working. So there's been some struggles with the laptop, with the other PC. So today what I had to do was exit the 10 by 10 cube of pain and suffering, and I come upstairs into the more luxurious Joey JoJo's White Palace, as she likes to call it. I'm now in the 26 by 26 room. Believe it or not, I'm in what used to be my old garage. That's where we're at. So anyway, folks, hi. This is me. Been around Rouvy for a little while now, and I'm so pumped to be doing this today. I'm so happy that this worked. Like, I've been trying for so long this morning. Starlink, this, that. You know, I think it was a little bit of Starlink problems getting down to where I was. And also just my machine's working way too hard. So I came upstairs, had to put Rouvy upstairs here. I won't be riding up here. Not allowed. And I have a video editor. So this morning I discovered I've been clunking around with OBS, this, that, the next thing. How am I going to capture things? You know, I've been doing it kind of weird now for over a year. Hey, just want to say too, if you check out the channel, I've been putting some time in here. Your boy's been doing it. I'm now at 111 videos. So if you're new to the channel, there's tons of content there for you to watch. A lot of it's just mindless rambling by a madman at times, but I know how I am at night. I just find random stuff on YouTube to watch, and I just put it on, and I kind of fall asleep to it. I kind of need that almost. I'm such a light sleeper that if I hear one creak in the house or the dog make one little woof woof or walk around, I'm wide awake. But just that constant talking in the background really helps me sleep. Oh, and hey, you probably noticed I'm wearing my Rouvy jersey. Check this out. This thing is fantastic. So, won this, I think it was the Canada Day event, random draw. Obviously, I was nowhere near the front. I think I did pretty good in that race. Not bad. I found myself, I think I was in the second group, just hanging on for dear life. That's the video where, you know, I come back online and I'm gasping for air because I've been hammering so hard and I got to jam the mic back in my ear and try to cover everyone else. But anyways, yeah, just randomly out of the blue, Rouvy says, hey, you won. I think there was me and one other rider. It might have been like a male-female duo or something like that they drew randomly. And I had no idea what to expect. The stuff is, I think it's a Czech-based company called Isadore, Isadore. I think it's made in Bosnia, I believe. And the stuff is fantastic. Like, this stuff fits so good. I am rocking the XL because I am a full-grown dude. Fits me perfect. Actually, maybe gives me a little motivation to lose a couple pounds here right now. But yeah, this stuff is high-end stuff. I'm only wearing the jersey right now. The bibs, to me, are even better. I don't wear cycling shorts. I only wear bibs. I just can't stand when cycling shorts start to like inch their way down. And then all of a sudden what felt like a really good fitting performance product becomes I'm walking around in a soggy diaper. That's pretty much it. At least with bibs, they're high and tight. Just the way I like it. So anyway, folks, yeah, the channel, Inside Cycling World, I'm Colin. I've been doing this since, I think we started this up. I fired this baby up in January 2023. So let's call this the intro video. Yeah, and I'm down in that bottom left-hand corner. It's kind of weird seeing myself down there. So this is such a slick way for me to do this. I don't got to worry about having streaming software. This was actually all built into a little video editor I bought probably last December. You know the videos, if you've been following for a long time, there's some videos that you'll see the GRC logo roll onto the screen. Created by Anthony, Team GRC member, fellow Canadian based out in Toronto. Thank you again, Anthony. I used a video editor then. Sometimes I don't even put my opening and closing sequences in. can barely say that today, into the videos. I just want to get them uploaded so everyone can see the racing. So anyways, yeah, this was all built into that software. I just kind of discovered it this morning. So I went through the process of the older desktop downstairs, too clunky. I noticed that one, the camera was having trouble keeping up with the action on Rouvy. And it wasn't just the video I did yesterday for America's Watts. It's been the last couple of videos. And I'm probably the only one to really notice it because I'm looking at it go down as I'm trying to commentate. But I really noticed it yesterday on the America's Watts videos only because it was such a short event and the camera was like, I swear, half a kilometer behind the riders. And that's got to all do with the computing power of the computer. It was too taxed to keep up, and that made a lot of sense to me. So then I tried the same little editor on my Surface laptop, which I did just go and order a docking port for it, which I may not need now. This is typical for me. That didn't work either, just way too clunky. The camera was like 30 frames per second. Yeah, try more like 4 frames. So clunky. This looks pretty decent. It's not perfect, but you know, with me, maybe this is about as good as it's going to get. I'm okay with that. So yeah, first video inside Cycling World. And I do want to say here something too. The last video I made for America's Watts, even though it didn't turn out that well, I didn't know what was going on in the race because one of the riders, Darth Puncher, went out super hard, 14 watts per kilo. Remember, this is basically, it's a kilometer-long race. And in track world, way back when, I used to do a little bit of track racing. I'm talking when I was like 19, 20 years old, maybe 21. I did 3 seasons of it. There's the kilo, probably one of the single hardest things to figure out to ride because you don't know how to pace yourself fully. Go too hard, you blow up. Go too easy, you lose the race. So that's what they did yesterday. Really cool series. I've only started at stage 7 out of 8 stages for that one, for that stage race. Just trying to get things figured out. I've been kind of delaying because I've really wanted to have the camera on now for at least a couple of months. But I didn't feel it was the right time to do it. I didn't have a good room set up. So JoJo's White Palace is probably where I'll do all this on-camera stuff. And I've got a few options for what I'm going to do downstairs. But anyways, in that race, Darth Puncher went out like a demon. Got a big gap on the first place rider overall in the series, Jefferson 95. And these two are really good cyclists. They actually jumped into the GRC event on Sunday, the Sunday short race. Don't ever forget about that. That's one of the premier races on Rouvy right now. And it's only going to get bigger throughout the winter. So Darth Puncher got halfway through the race, and it looks like he had a mechanical. I'm like, he went from 14, 12, 11, 10 watts per kilo down to 0.5. I replayed the video this morning. There happens to be a set of barriers along the side of the road and a barrier across the top, above the road, which looks like a finish. So Darth Puncher, who probably would have won that event, shut it down at that point. Just like, as he described it, he's in the YouTube channel right now. He left a comment, which I haven't responded to yet. He said he basically just had a brain fart. I think those are exact words. And that's what I was thinking at the time too. I go, a little bit of adrenaline and just all out, I'm going to blow myself to pieces here. I like to say obliterate yourself, annihilate yourself. That's what a lot of the stuff on Rouvy is. So yeah, he just kind of went as hard as he possibly could and then thought, it's over. There were still 500 meters to go. And that's in the video too, where I talk about it. I said, he didn't finish light. It's not like he wasn't capable of riding. It's just he stopped pedaling and then it was over. Says he's a little bit embarrassed by it. Don't worry about it, dude. Whatever, right? It's just a bike race. You went out hard and strong. You got stage 8 of the America's Watts series to redeem yourself. Let's see. I guess with that one, I think you were 4 points behind Jefferson in that going into that event. So I think your point spread will still be the same because you did finish second overall. So what I noticed about that series was, say 30 people show up to ride. They'll play points all the way down to the bottom. So the last place rider will get 1 point. First place rider gets 30. So these two finish 1-2 together again. So they should still have the same points, I would imagine. 1 What this rider needs to do is go on all-out attack next week, next Tuesday night. You guys are making me stay up late here because they don't start racing till 7 o'clock at night. So it's more of North America, South America times, Latin America times, the Caribbean. Probably best for those riders, but let's try to grow this thing. So that's a 64-kilometer route, I believe. So I'll probably capture as much as I can. And you know me, I'm going to capture all of it. I like the long form. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that video a little bit because I know he feels embarrassed and a bit disappointed, but that's totally fine, dude. You're a good cyclist. I saw you on the Sunday race, and for all the GRC members that watch, you're my crew. Check those guys out. Check out Jefferson 95 and Darth Puncher. I believe they finished top 10 in our race, so these guys are legit, which I like to see a lot. Strong, legitimate riders. That's always great on Rouvy. We want to keep racing as accurate as possible. So again, just intro video here. Yeah, and I just want to say also to all the people in Discord, all the people that support the channel, all the people that have supported me other ways. You know, I do have a few alternative routes to support me. I'm really trying to grow this thing. I want to provide the best Rouvy coverage I can. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so motivating to be a part of this community. And I think a lot of other people would say the same thing. Like, I mean, even on the days I don't ride, I'm kind of lurking in the Discord, seeing what people are up to. Sometimes I don't say a lot in there. And then it takes me, 2 hours to catch up on all the messaging. If you want to join in with a bunch of people that's all they probably kind of think about, it's their thing, get into our Discord. I'll put the link in the show notes, as I like to call it. Yeah, so what are we looking at here today, folks? I don't know how long I'm going to make this video go, as this being my first time live on camera. But what I do want to talk about quickly here is all the La Vuelta stuff going on. Like, there's so much La Vuelta stuff. And here's the thing I really want to point out to you today. This is a perfect example. We just happen to be on the right screen right now. If you're out hunting gold coins, okay, so you can see here, I got a good chunk right now. I got 61,000. I can pretty much buy the best bike in the game. Well, I can. Best bikes in the game are 50,000 gold coins. The best bike in the game right now, road bike anyways, is the Trek Madone. Let me get this right. SLR AXS Gen 8. Beautiful paint livery on it. I love that bike. You can send one to my garage here if you want. I'll put the, you can just reach me by my email. Just kidding. That's free for everyone to use right now. Probably within the next 3 to 4 weeks, that's going to be a 50,000 gold coin bike. And the bikes do make a difference, folks. I won't get into all the details yet. But you need to earn gold coins. Because some people are like, well, what's the point of gold coins? So you can see here in the middle of the screen at the top here, I'm circling right now, that's your green XP points. That's just for leveling up. You can see I'm only level 75, working my way to 76. You got green XP from doing events, from doing challenges. Gold coins are set per event though. So it doesn't really matter how hard or how easy you ride the event. So like, let's take a look at this one here. Cabeza La Vaca. Stage 17. It's from La Vuelta 2022, though. That's interesting. I didn't know that. But what you can see with this one here, it's 400 gold coins. It's not very long. It's not very much climbing, just enough to keep you honest. 400 gold coins. So if you rode this and you were the fastest person out there, 400 gold coins. If you ride this and you're the slowest person out there, 400 gold coins. However, since they're promoting La Vuelta right now, let's go to events here. We're going to bounce into the events. And take a look at this little puppy right here. It's a race. It's an official race. Have a little look here, folks. Cabeza La Vaca, right there. Created by Rouvy. Smart Trainers. Official event. Look at the coins you win this time. You get this time 1,400. That's 1,000 gold coins extra. So it really makes sense to try to do these things as races. There are times when they'll do it as a group ride, which is great because I really enjoy group rides now. The only problem is with doing the group rides is you won't get credit for that challenge. So if this is part of a challenge, which I'm sure it is, you won't get credit for it and you'll have to ride it again. If it was a group ride, that is. This one's a race. Pile in there, folks. Just jump right on in. The water's nice. Don't be afraid. Get into those events. Rack up your gold coins because eventually you're going to have to pay for that Jenny Madone. It's coming soon. And where do you do that? Let's just have a little peek here. Let's go to my customization. Oh, look at this jersey. Fantastic. This is the Team GRC jersey, kindly provided to us by the Rouvy team. They did an awesome job on it. Anthony had a lot to do with creating the jersey, and there was a lot of discussion on this. To be honest, I wasn't involved in most of it. I saw it going on. Everyone asked me, what do you think, Colin? I'm like, yeah, perfect. Love it. It looks great to me. So this is where you would select your bike. So here you can see I got the Trek Madone SLR9 AXS Gen 8 team bike. So this is probably the fastest thing that they have going. What you can look up above is you can see all the bikes I own. A lot of these bikes you probably already own. See here. Okay, this one's a brand new one too. This is a great one. The Liv Langma Advanced SL Team 2025. It says I own it. It's free for a while to use. The Rouvy bike. When you start on Rouvy, you own the Rouvy bike. The Easter bike, I think you have to do an Easter event. But you can see here that all these bikes have different weight and aero ratings. Very crucial to see. Look at the Trek Madone. It's a 4+4. Then you start going to the time trial bikes. They're a 5 aero, but a 1 weight. They're heavy, but super slick, cutting through the wind. So on flat courses, ride these things. There's an older Trek Madone as well. Really good bike still. 50,000 gold coins. So this is why you want those gold coins. So you can get these really juicy bikes and use them for better performance on Rouvy. Don't forget to select the right bike for the right course. And you'll have a way better experience. Anyway, folks, I think I'm going to cut it right there. I've got an airport run to do today. I haven't been on the bike yet. I got to decide which ride I'm doing. This La Vuelta stuff with the 3 challenges. Actually, let's take a look at that because in my last video, I was probably calling them all the wrong words. Here it is. Tranquillo, Medio, and El Diablo. I think I jokingly called it Super Hardo because it is. You've got 6 routes to do for Tranquillo. 7 routes to do for Medio, and then 21 for El Diablo. And I think there's 1 route that overlaps all 3. So I think it's 35 routes to do. There's a lot of time and effort going to be put into this thing. I've had to abandon Hilly Madeira because that's 4 days. I mean, I've got 4 days left, but that's probably 2 days of riding right there to finish that off, which means I'm not working on these ones. Concert updates. I am heading to Metallica. It's in Seattle this time. That puts me off the bike for 6 full days. Joey Jojo likes to go on these trips, drags me around everywhere with her. It's a 2-night concert with a day off in between. Metallica's got such a, they've got a ton of albums, a ton of good music, and they play one night, full set, about 17 songs. Take a night off because they can. They have that whole stadium still rented out. It's unbelievable to me. I think it's called the Lumen Field. It used to be called Crosslink or something before, maybe. Looks really cool. And then they play a second night, probably another 17, 18 songs, no repeats from the first night. So we get to hear everything. It's going to be fun. I've only been to Seattle once before, maybe twice before. On my way up to Alaska when I still used to run dogs, sled dogs, that is. I always say run dog and expect people to know, but yeah, I used to have Team Sled Dogs. And so that's coming up real fast. It's a week from next Wednesday. I'm out of here. So I got to get some big riding in. Don't forget, tomorrow we've got let's see what we got tomorrow, folks. Upcoming. I probably have invites. Oh, sorry, you need to go to events here. I'm going to do another video here real quick. Yeah, here. That's not it. It'll be coming up really fast, folks. Oh, I see how they're doing it. So it's like from, oh, maybe not. Well, here's something to talk about too, if you're interested. Let me just, I'm not really sure what day it is right now. Okay, it is Wednesday, August 21st. Tomorrow, Muckers Championship Series race, Muckers Worldwide. It's about noon for me, 7 o'clock at night in the UK. Get into that, support the Muckers team. All the hitters are coming back. These guys are no joke. I rode with them yesterday, had a fantastic ride with Kyle. I think I'm going to make a little bit of a video out of that too. There was just some really cool parts in there. Just really good riding etiquette. People waiting. There was times when there was a couple of little quick disconnects. I hung back and waited for a couple dudes. I think Kyle realized what I was doing, so he decided to hang back and wait for him. He could have pounded ahead, but he didn't. And the Tuesday race is more chill. Although there's some guys out there and ladies that are absolutely smashing themselves to pieces. And I was one of those pieces that fell by the wayside. I had a really good ride. Great riding with Kyle. So, hey, Kyle Kolofsky. That was really fun yesterday. I know we chatted a little bit afterwards. So the Muckers race is tomorrow. Don't miss that one. I know I won't. I'll be sitting on the sidelines. And then Friday, check this out right here. Important notice, folks. Team Gem City TTT time trial. So I've joined this one. Let's have a little look at the start list. You know me, folks. Once I start talking about bikes, racing, Rouvy, there's no stopping. I could just do this all day, actually. I don't have any problem creating content here. It can just go on and on. Here's my team for tomorrow, for Friday, actually. Kraken 71. This is Pavel. Hey, check his country out, folks. Clyde 235, Hillbilly on the Discord. There's little old me. Roger. Crucial, key founding member of Team GRC. He's the big R in the symbol. The G is Jill's, and I'm at the back end here. I'm the C. And we've got Tuna Tornado. Awesome riders here. Can't wait for this to go down. So how this runs on Friday, we've done quite a few of these before. I've missed the last few, but I have been in them. John has organized this. Yeah, John organized it. Yeah, SR71. So he's organized this, and the way it works, it's set up as individual events. I've got a dog that's having a little bit of a meltdown here. It's okay. Jojo likes her little puppies. So how this works is you run the event during a certain time frame. I think there's like a 2-day, 48-hour period. So you set your team up of 5 riders, and you do this course when you want to. And then whoever sets the fastest time wins. Now, there is a handicap to it, and it is a group ride. So the cool thing about that is that if you're just a little bit off the others, you're not going to get completely pummeled into the ground and get dropped. That's the beauty of it. So everyone can work to help that leader set the fastest possible time. When you need your little rest, just hang back behind the leader a little bit. These are ultra competitive. We've had really fast teams from the Muckers show up. America's Watts team has thrown a couple of teams in there, I think. Like I said, I haven't seen the last few. To be honest, I think I mentioned to someone this morning, and I will create a video for this too. This is a huge effort for me because what I need to do is, you can see here, these are almost 24-kilometer long courses. How I did it the first time, which I think worked really well, was I captured every single team. So I basically sat there all day recording everyone's races. It's not as hard as it seems. I just had to watch the start times, designate each team. So the first team that went out, their team won. They get the first 2 to 3 kilometers of the course. And then what I would do is capture the entire second team as well as I can. To be honest, I didn't even worry about the back end because maybe I will this time. Team 2 will get the next segment of the course. So you're kind of seeing the course progressing. So you're not watching the same thing over and over. So Team 1 does kilometers 0 to 3. Team 2 does kilometers 3 to 6. That type of thing. So it's like a flowing effort all along the way. Kind of like how you'd watch a real bike race. Kind of a chunk of editing to do. But it's fun. I like doing it. That's why I do this, right? So yeah, if you want, get in here. We want more teams. At this point, I don't even know how many teams there are. I imagine there's probably 6 or 7 teams lined up as is. And I'm on the Team Clydes this week. I don't even know if there's a Team GRC this week. I'll have to ask the organizers here. So anyways, jump into this one too. This will be a really cool event. It's just a good twist on the group ride. And trust me, don't think group ride that you're going to be able to just hang off the back doing nothing. There'll be a certain point, because the way the rubber band works, the farther back you are, the more help you get. The closer you get, the less help you get. So when you're within 50 meters or so, you're barely going to be getting any assist, but you've got 4 demons out front just absolutely stomping on the pedals. For you to bridge that last 50 meters, maybe almost impossible. It's doable. You're going to like bury yourself though. That burning matches things, just throw the whole packet out behind you. It's gone. And then you're just hanging on for dear life. This is going to be a really good one. It's only 41 meters of elevation. We're in the good old US of A. Grand Rapids, that's Michigan, right? Oh, sorry, it says right there, Ohio. There must be a Grand Rapids, Michigan too, I believe. Anyway, folks, that's it. The first ever premiere Inside Cycling World video with video and a little bit of audio too. Anyway, riders, thanks for all your support. Let's grow this baby. Please help me grow the channel. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff. Share with everyone that you know. It is growing every couple of days. I'm like, hey, a couple new subscribers. I just need more views. Let's watch this stuff. I made my first short. We'll see how I do with those. I've got some adventures planned. I'm going to actually do some videos where I'm going to do the riding downstairs, the hard stuff. And I've got a secondary camera I can capture some video on, so I'll probably splice that all together. But here we are, folks. I'm looking, and this is a good little feature here on this little software that didn't even know it could do this. We're already at 27 minutes of just random ramblings. Oh, donkey update. Donkeys are good. It's an important part of my day. However, the one evil goat, she's not around today, so I'm not sure where she is. So I may be on the goat hunt here right away. Yeah, and she's a smart one too. I call them stupid, but you know what? Goats are actually super intelligent. The guy down the road, he brings goats in to clear out all the weeds on his property. He's got a huge farming operation. And you got to realize too, the farms here are gigantic. They're not just small little fields. It's full sections. It's like 640 acres, and you might own 10 of those. So he uses goats to clear out really bad weed parts. But he says the goats watch and they learn which is the electrified wire on his fences. And then they figure it out. They know to go either under it or bounce straight over the top of it. So yeah, we've got a really smart one, and she's a climber. So I think I'm going to go outside and find her now. Anyway, riders, thanks for the support. We'll catch you real soon.